Into today's segment, and I want you to really take notes, and I really want you to be empowered. Please, if this has in any way empowered your life, changed your life, share, like, comment, email us, let us know, send us a video clip like of 60 seconds of how the Empowerment Tuesdays have changed your life. Hi, Kiki. Hey, Jamar. Hey, everyone. I try to stay within my 30 minutes of my segment, so I'm just going to go ahead and go forth. On today we're going to deal with achieving breakthroughs in our hearts. Achieving breakthroughs in the area of our hearts. We want to empower you today to achieve breakthrough in your heart. It is so tripped out how this segment is going to flip and turn, but I want you to know that in order for you to achieve breakthroughs in your life, you have to be able to address those areas that that you may not want to address. You have to look at those areas that you may not want to really look into. You have to be ready to deal with the totality of who you are, so that there will be no hindrance for you as you continue to matriculate throughout your purpose in your life and throughout build a relationship and establishing relationships in your life. And in order to do that, we have to achieve breakthroughs in many different areas so that nothing can hinder us, nothing can prohibit us, and nothing can stop us. And on today, we are empowering you to achieve breakthrough in the area of your heart. I always like, when I'm doing a coaching session, I always like to give a definition to whatever it is that we are talking about, so that we can have clarity on what that thing is, what is the purpose of it, and why we need this to happen for us. And one of the things is, oftentimes we can't achieve breakthrough or be empowered in our lives because we don't have the understanding or the knowledge of what that situation or what that circumstance is. And so then we don't know how to adequately or effectively apply whatever it is, whatever tools that we need in order to achieve breakthrough in those particular areas. And so today our breakthrough and our empowerment is in the heart. And to just define the heart, we're going to define it from a medical aspect first. The heart is a hollow muscular organ that pumps the blood through the circulatory system. It has a rhythm, it contracts, and it has a dilation, okay? And so that is the scientific, humanistic nature of our heart. It is the central or innermost part of something. And what we want you to understand today is, we want you to look at your heart. We want you to look at your heart, the central or innermost part of you. In order for you to know, to be able to achieve breakthrough effectively, you have to know what's in your heart. You have to know what's connected to you, who's connected to you, where it came from, when it came, how long it's been, and how to get rid of it, okay? And so in order to do that, we must know what that means. Where is my heart located? What does my heart look like? And we know from a scientific or a humanistic standpoint that what the heart looks like. We know from a scientific or a humanistic standpoint what the heart's responsibilities are. But what we want to know is not just what the heart looks like, what the purpose of it is. We want to know from an emotional, a physical, a mental, and a spiritual and a relational aspect, what is the purpose of the heart? Where is the heart located? And how can I achieve breakthrough? Or do I even need breakthrough in my heart? And so as we read, we understand that the heart from a scientific standpoint is a hollow muscular organ that pumps blood through the circulatory system, right? It has rhythms, it has a pattern, it contracts, and it dilates. But let's go to this one. It is the central or innermost part of something. So your heart is the innermost part of you. And we have a question for you on today. In order to achieve breakthrough, you have to reassess yourself and examine yourself and self-assess yourself to see what is the central or the innermost part of me. Where is it, and what is connected, attached, or rooted in that is prohibiting me for achieving breakthrough in my life? What is in my innermost being? What is in my heart? What is the central focus of my heart? What is the central focus of my heart, of my mind, of my spirit, of my soul, of my anatomy, of my humanity? What is the most inner or central part of me? And is it conducive from where I'm going? Is it conducive for what I'm trying to build? Is it conducive for what I'm trying to establish? Is it conducive for my relationships? And is it conducive for my mental state, my physical state, my emotional state, and my spiritual state? In order to achieve breakthrough, you have to know what is the central, most inner part of you. And is that is the most central and innermost part of you prohibiting you from achieving breakthrough, prohibiting you from going forward, prohibiting you for and being empowered in different areas in your life? Is it prohibiting you from establishing good, healthy relationships? These are questions that we have to ask ourselves when we are trying to achieve breakthrough in our lives, and even when we're trying to empower others. So let's deal with the verb of the heart, the informal verb of it. It is, it's like you like something very much, or you're in love with it. It's to like something or to love something. It is something that consumes you. So your heart, from an action standpoint, in an informal verb, is like liking very much or love. What is it that is in your heart? What is it that is in the center part of you? What is it that is in the innermost part of you that you just love so much or you like so much, but it is not conducive for where you're trying to go or what you're trying to do or what you're trying to build or how you're trying to establish? It's not conducive for your peace. It's not conducive for your self-esteem. It's not conducive for your emotions. It's not conducive for your spirit. It's not conducive for your soul. What is that thing in your heart that is weighing you down or having you tossed between two places or two different opinions or two different mindsets? You have to find out what that is in order to achieve breakthrough. The heart is located like in the region area of our chest, right? And we understand that there are things that protect our heart. This is our physical heart. But may I propose to you today that the heart that we're trying to help you achieve breakthrough in is not the heart that pumps the blood, but it is the heart of your mind. Whatever you fixate on, whatever you continue to rehearse, whatever you continue to play over and over again, whatever it is that you continue to keep your mind concentrated on, that consumes your thoughts. That's the best way I can say it. That consumes your thoughts. That consumes your emotions. That consumes your me time, or consumes your work time. Because you could be at work, you could be at home, you can be at church, you can be out eating, you could be with family, and your heart is whatever that innermost thing is that keeps you up at night, or that makes you want to walk the floor, or that makes you feel like, I just can't, because this is so much, I can't bear it. You have to find out what is that thing that gets in the way of me producing. What is that thing that gets in the way of me establishing? What is this thing that is constantly at the forefront of my mind and the center of my heart that I need to break through in so that I can be free, so that I can be whole, so that I can focus, so that I can think, so that I can build, so that I can change, so that I can shift, so that I can empower, so that I can cultivate, so that I can have healthy relationships, healthy establishments, healthy family structures and healthy things in my life. What is in your heart, the heart of your mind, that is prohibiting you from achieving breakthroughs in your life so that you can prosper, so that you can be great, so that you can be at the tilt of your or the climax of your life? What is that thing? You have to write that thing down. If you want, some of you might want to make the comment. You might want to say it in the comment. Well, it's this. Well, it's that. It could be a what or it could be a who. It could be a what, a who, or a thing. It could be a situation. It could be unforgiveness. It could be hurt. It can be molestation. It could be low self-esteem. It could be so many different variables or so many things that is prohibiting your heart from being flushed out. That is prohibiting the mind of your heart from being able to effectively pump what it needs to pump through, so that you can be at your climax, or the ultimate you can be. See, we want to be the best us that we can be, and we cannot be the best us that we can be if we cannot achieve breakthroughs in our lives, if we don't know what area we need a breakthrough in. So let's deal with it. We have some things that can hinder your heart, that can weigh your heart down. We know that the heart pumps blood, right? It pumps blood to another system. So what is hindering or prohibiting the heart of your mind from pumping positivity, accountability, reliability, forgiveness, love, patience? What is prohibiting that from being pumped into your mind, into your spirit, into your heart, into your soul? What is that thing? Sometimes our emotions, our feelings, our mood, our affection, our passion, understanding, empathy, compassion, sympathy, your mind, your soul, brotherly love, tenderness, goodwill. All of these things are things that are pumping tools to help us be able to achieve breakthroughs in our life. And if we don't have the positive things that we need, and we don't self-assess our heart, which is the mind, which is our heart is the mind of us, then we won't be able to achieve breakthrough. Instead, that thing will constantly be on our minds. It will constantly weigh us down. It will constantly make us feel inadequate. It will constantly have us soul searching. It will constantly have us operating and being vindictive and being vengeful and being hateful and not producing. When all you need to do is find the definition of heart again, the center, the innermost part of what is bothering you, what is hindering you, what is prohibiting you from achieving breakthroughs in your life. What is it? Because you sometimes can't get into a healthy relationship because your heart is not healthy. And so we know that when our humanistic heart is not, here we go, listen everybody, because we want to achieve breakthrough in the areas of our heart because it affects our mind. And if we don't know what's in our heart, then we cannot control our mind. We have to be able to know what's in the heart of our minds so that we are able to be more effective in our everyday life. And we sometimes can't build great relationships or end up in the same cycle of relationships because we haven't dealt with the innermost part of us that's in our heart, that thing that we just can't let go of. And so we take that to every relationship. We take that to every job. We take that to every gathering. We take that to every friendship. We take that when we're building business. You don't trust anybody because the last person, you got trust issues. So trust issues or the lack of trust has weighed you down. It has prohibited your heart from being able to receive love or even give the true authenticity of what love is, because you've been hurt so many times. Then you've been lied on so many times. You've been betrayed. You've been misused. You've been abused. So all of these things are filtered in your heart, and you don't even realize that it has oozed out into your everyday language, your everyday actions, your everyday mindset, mindset. It has taken effect of how you think, how you how you strategize, how you problem solve, or the lack thereof problem solving, because you have not dealt or have not found out what is this thing that's in my heart, that is in the center of me, that keeps me up at night, that keeps me not trusting, that keeps me not believing, that keeps me being vindictive, that allows me to have blockage, that hinders me. When there is a blockage, when there is a clogged artery, it affects the beating of the heart. It affects the flow of the blood of the heart. And so if we can't have our hearts clogged up, our physical heart that allows us to have blood in our veins, then what do you think will happen for the heart of your mind? What do you think that will happen if you don't unclog your heart? In order to achieve breakthrough in any facet of your life, in any position that you play in your life, in any relationship in your life, or anything that you are building or working towards, if you don't unclog yourself, then you are not going to flourish. If you don't unclog yourself, then you cannot be effective in an area, which means you have not achieved breakthrough. The heart is a strong vessel. It is a strong part of who you are. And anytime you allow something, someone, some situation, a circumstance overshadow the anatomy of who you are, then you become ineffective in every facet of your life. And we want to be productive. We want to be producing. We want to be effective. We want to flourish. We want to spring forth. We want to birth out. We want to build. We want to establish. We want to be healthy. And so there are some things that you have to do in order to have a physical healthy heart. So if you have to have a physical healthy heart and you have to do a work for that, then you must understand that you have to do a work for a spiritual healthy heart, a mental healthy heart, emotional healthy heart. All right. Okay. We have to do that. So what do I need to do in order to make sure that my heart is healthy, that the heart of my mind is healthy, that I am not allowing what happened to me or what is happening to me to prohibit me from breaking forth and breaking through in my life? What do I need to do? First, let me tell you this. I took some notes. I looked at the heart. And I was interested because I wanted to know, because the heart pumps blood through the circulatory system. There is a rhythm to the heart. There is a contraction to the heart. And there is a dilation to the heart. All of those sounds like birth terms to me. All right. There's a rhythm that you have to do when you're breathing, and it's a way of flowing through the birth canal. It's contractions to let you know that you're about to have it, and there's a dilation that takes place. So if all of this takes place in our human heart, that means in the heart of your mind, there has to be a rhythm to how you think, a rhythm to how you operate, a rhythm to how you feel, a rhythm to how you respond. There has to be some contractions taking place. Everything can't always be what you want it to be. You have to have some contractions, something going against what it is, to let you know if what you're doing is right, to let you know if what you're doing is effective, to let you know if what you're doing is in the right way. You always, I told you this 2 weeks ago in one of our sessions, you have to challenge yourself. So that contraction that takes place in the heart to help the heart dilate so that the blood can flow fluently through the circulatory system is the same way that you have to facilitate, understand me, the same way you have to facilitate those same movements in the heart of your mind. If you all understand, say I understand. We're trying to achieve breakthrough in the area of our heart. And our heart is the center, innermost being of us. It's what's in our heart determines who we are. It determines how we act. It determines how we speak. It determines how we give or not give. It determines what we give away and what we hold back. It determines if we trust or not trust. It determines if we tear down or if we build up. It determines if we we establish or if we just do away with. It determines if we're going to be something or we're going to be nothing. What's in your heart has the ability to prohibit you from becoming. I need somebody to type that. What's in my heart has the ability to prohibit me from becoming. Do not be fooled. If you don't achieve breakthroughs in the heart of your mind, then you cannot become whatever it is that you thought or you think that you want to be. You cannot have the type of marriage or the type of relationships that you want to have if there is not a breakthrough in the area of your heart's mind. You got to get down into the centermost part of that thing, and you got to look and say, this right here has prohibited me from achieving breakthroughs in friendships because I just don't trust no friends and I got to give all of them tests, but I need to do away with that. How do I do that? By acknowledging that it's taking up too much of my time. We cannot, it's taking up too much space. When something is taking up space in your physical heart, it is considered something that is blocking the flow of the blood, which helps you to live. So if something cannot block your physical heart, or it can prohibit you from blood from flowing and you could possibly die, what do you think will happen if you don't take control of what is in your heart's mind and remove that blockage? You're going to die. You could die a spiritual death, an emotional death, a soul. You can just die, and you don't want your spirit to die. You don't want your emotions to die. You don't want your feelings to die, because you need those in order to release or distribute love, peace, kindness, hope, building, positivity, to empower somebody else. And if you do not deal with the blockage that's on your heart, then you will not be able to effectively flow the way that you want to flow. You won't be able to love your spouse the way you need to love your spouse. You won't be able to lead your staff the way you need to lead your staff. You won't be able to surrender or submit to God for those that are believers. You won't be able to hear the needs of those that are around you because you got so much going on. And if you're looking and waiting on the one to come, you're not going to even know if the one is the one, because you got so much stuff clogged on your heart. We have to deal with our heart. So there are some parts of the heart, and I want you all to listen to this. I hope you stay with me, because this was very profound to me. The heart has walls. The heart has chambers. The heart has valves. I'm going to say that again. The heart has walls. The heart has chambers, and the heart has valves. I'm going to say it one more time. The heart, your human heart, it has walls, it has chambers, and it has valves. I'm going to break this down because I really believe this is a very timely session for breakthrough for people, given the times that we are living in, given the different circumstances and situations that's going on. A lot of us want to know if what we're doing is what we're supposed to be doing. A lot of us want to know if we're going the right way, if I pick the right person, if I'm about to marry the right woman or marry the right man, if I'm about to start the right business, if I'm about to connect to the right partnership or connect to the right friendship, if I'm supposed to leave this thing or go further, if I'm supposed to build here or build there. We want to know if where we are right now is where we're supposed to be. Is it what I'm supposed to be doing, and what is prohibiting me from doing whatever it is I need to do? And so in knowing that, and we're dealing with the heart and the heart's mind, the mind of the heart, then we must know the parts of the heart. And our human heart has these 4 different parts: walls, chambers, and valves. Now, we all know it's a wall right here behind me. We know that walls are structures that are built up to to put a blockage, to block something, to create a barrier, and to create a structure. But if a wall is up, then you cannot have access to that thing, right? It is also, a wall is also put up to help protect, to help seal, to help cover, okay? This is the wall. Listen to this now. And then you have chambers. We know that chambers are used to keep stuff in. It's like they say, oh, go to my chambers. Sometimes when the king says, meet me in my chambers, that's another room that's specially for the king or whomever it is that he wants to meet. Or they'll say, meet me in my chambers. That's a room. That's a private place or a private area where something or some people are housed in for a reason. It is a barrier. It is a cover. It is a protection. And valves. We all know that valves are used in our everyday life. You got the valve on your water. You got the valve on the tub. You got the valve when you when the electricians or the pumpers are trying to stop the water from flowing into your house. When you're trying to stop the flow of something, Lake Michigan have water valves. They have valves that they use when they're pushing in the chemicals to clean the water and things of that nature. I'm trying to really paint the picture of these three different sections of the heart. So there are walls are part of the heart. There are 3 layers of tissues in these walls. The chambers is a part of the heart. There are 4 chambers a part of our human heart. And then the valves are a part of the heart. There are 2 valves that are part of the heart. I'm going to try to get this and get it. I want you to get it now. If you can get it naturally, then you'll get a revelation that's going to blow your mind and help you achieve breakthrough. Because I'm trying to coach you, and coaching you, I have to give you knowledge so that you're able to naturally comprehend, so that you can physically apply it. So we realize that there are walls to the heart and there are 3 layers of tissue. Those walls are 3 layers of tissue. 3 layers of tissue. Can you imagine that the heart is so delicate? The heart is so needed. It's so precious. It's such a necessity and a vital part to us being alive that it has 3 sectors: walls, chambers, and valves. And in the walls, there are 3 layers of tissue walls to protect the heart. If the heart needs 3 layers of tissue to protect its vital organs, how many layers do you think you need to protect your emotional stability, your mental stability, your physical stability, your spiritual stability, your relational stability, your business stability, your creative stability? If the heart has walls that are 3 layers of tissue that help, what do you think you need? It is important that you protect the heart of your mind. Let me tell you, these 3 layers of tissue, they are for movement and contraction. They for movement and contraction. That is the purpose of these 3 layers of tissue. What do you have that you need to help move things out of your heart and out of your mind? Out of the heart of your mind. You need systems. You need organizational structure. You need better friends. You need better relationships. You need more knowledge. You need more self-assessment. Some people need counseling. You understand what I'm saying? What is it that you need over your heart to help move things out of it? We got to move some stuff. All right? The chambers, the 4 chambers is to receive. It's 2 chambers to receive and 2 chambers to release. I'm going to say that again. The chambers that are a part of our heart, there are 4 of them. There are 2 to release and 2 to receive. So what are you allowing yourself to receive? And what are you not allowing yourself to release? If you receive 5 negative things in your heart, then you got to release 5 negative things out of your heart. You don't receive 5 things and release 3 because you're still blocked. You're still hindered. Oh, come on, people. Say I understand that part. Say I understand that part. If I receive 10 negative situations and circumstances throughout my life, I don't just release myself from 5 of them. I'm trying to break through. Some people trying to get married. Some people trying to build a business. Some people trying to break generational curses. Some people are trying to establish. Some people just want to be healed for their own mental and spiritual sanity. But you cannot be healed. You cannot build. You cannot establish. You cannot move forward. You cannot break through if you receive 10 negative things, or 10 things have happened in your life and you put that over your heart, mind, and you only release 5 of them. No, you got 5 more to go. What you talking about? You got to get all 10 of them out, and then you got to receive 10 positive things. So every time you flush something out of your heart, you must bring it in. The 4 chambers of our heart, the physical heart, 2 is to receive and 2 is to release. So if we need 2 valves, 2 chambers to receive and 2 to release, that means when I release 2, I'm not losing anything. I gain something. And so if you got 10 things that's right now that's just boggling your mind and got you depressed, got you stressed, got you worrying, got you feeling like I can't go forward, got you feeling like you can't make nothing happen. Every time you release 1 out, you receive a positive. You got to release a negative to receive a positive. You don't receive 10 negative reports and then you don't release 10 negative reports. Absolutely not. Because if you receive 10 negative reports, that 1 positive will seem like it's ineffective because you have not released the other 9. You got to release all the toxicities out of your heart's mind. You have to release all of the negative situations out of your heart's mind. You got to release all of the bad relationships, all of the memories. You have to let it all go so that your heart can pump what it needs to pump to your vital systems, which is your emotional system, your mental system, your spiritual system, in order for your entire self-being can be empowered. If we're off emotionally, if we're off mentally, if we're off physically, if we're off spiritually, then we have no power in order for us to break through. And in order to break through anything, you need power. You need power to break through something. You can't break through anything without... Okay, listen. In order for them to start building at a construction site, and there was already something up there in the place, that pre-existing building is prohibiting the new builders from building. So what does that builder do? The builder looks at it and assesses and says, this structure, this old thing is in the way. It is prohibiting me from moving forward to do what I need to do. So they get a bulldozer and they bring the bulldozer in and they draft out what they're going to strike first, because they realize that if they strike the thing that's at the bottom first, then they'll be able to do away with everything else. So they go forth and they begin to knock down the pre-existing problem in order to build something new. What am I empowering you to do today? I am saying that in your heart's mind, you got to be like the contractor. You got to go in there with a bulldozer. You got to knock down that pre-existing blockage out of the way so that you can be able to build again, so that you can be able to establish again, so that you can be able to love again, so that you can be able to give again, so that you can be able to have better friends, so that you can be able to have peace. You gotta knock down every situation, every circumstance that has built itself up in the heart of your mind that has prohibited you from moving forward. I'm sorry, I gotta calm myself down because I got excited. Please tell me that you all understand what I'm saying. Because if you don't understand, then we can't help you achieve breakthrough. But in order for you to achieve breakthrough, you have to not only understand, but say, I know I got to do the work. Somebody tap that. I know I have to do the work. You gotta do the work, okay? So we got the valves. The valves is to control the flow. The valves of the heart controls the flow. The flow of what? The flow of the blood. That's our real heart. What controls the flow of your heart's mind? What is controlling the flow of your heart's mind? What is controlling the flow of your heart's mind. And whatever is controlling the flow of your heart's mind is that same thing that is prohibiting you from flowing in excellence, from flowing in peace, from flowing in unity, from establishing, from building, from cultivating, from moving forward, from breaking through, because you're clogged. And once again, when we have a clogged artery, it brings upon an issue in our entire body. When you have a clogged artery, your heart can't pump like it needs to. There is something prohibiting it from flowing, from operating in its normal capacity. What is prohibiting you from operating in your normal capacity, in your normal function? What is so important that's not important that is prohibiting you from flowing like Angela Chester should flow, like Reniqua Bell should flow, like Fuzzy should flow, like Toy should flow? What is prohibiting you from flowing? Ask yourself that. When someone tells you you don't have the heart to do it, you tell them, I've achieved breakthrough. Yes, I do. Because heart also means conqueror. It means eagerness. It means I got the willpower to. It means I got the purpose. It means I have the guts. I have the nerves. I have the determination. I have the backbone. I have the know-how. I have the tenacity. You were in a place where you didn't have the tenacity. You was tough about everything else, but you was afraid and scared to deal with this thing that's clogging your heart. This thing that's prohibiting you from flowing. Because you didn't want to let it go. Because you had it so long, you don't know how to function without it. Oh, but I'm here to empower you today. When you knock down, pull down, take out that thing that has prohibited you, when you unclog your heart, you'll realize I'm flowing more fluently than I ever did before. When you unclog the clogged up heart of your mind, you will say, I'm flowing more fluently. Somebody type that. Say, I'm flowing more fluently because I'm unclogged. I am flowing more fluently because I'm unclogged. And as water, when a dam breaks, right, it breaks from the pressure of the water. Because the flow of the water is so strong, it breaks through the dam. That's how strong you want to be, and that's how strong you will be when you unclog the heart of your mind. When you unclog the heart of your mind, you can flow and burst through the dam. That's a breakthrough. That's a breakthrough. I'm flowing more fluently because I've unclogged my heart, which means I've unclogged my mind. I've unclogged my emotions. I've unclogged my spirit being. I've unclogged too many relationships for no reason. I've unclogged myself. I have too many meaningless relationships, and I have not received one breakthrough from the connection of the relationships. I got to unclog myself from the relationships. I'm stressed. Stress has clogged stress has clogged up the heart of my mind. I gotta let go. I gotta let go of the stress. I gotta let go of the stress because it has prohibited my producing. I gotta let go of the stress. Here we go. Because it has prohibited my success. Somebody type that. Let go, unclog the stress. Because it has prohibited your success. What is clogged up in the heart of your mind that has prohibited the continuous flow that you have within you. I unclogged the hurt from my heart. I unclogged the hurt from my emotions. Now I can flow in forgiveness, and I can actually be happy and have peace. Are you ready to achieve breakthrough in your heart's mind? Are you ready to unclog yourself? The heart is the vital part or the essence of who you are. And anytime the vital part of our being, which is our heart, anytime anything affects the human heart, there is a good percentage of a chance that the person could die. What is hindering, blocking, or clogging the most vital part of your heart's mind that could ultimately try to take you out? What is it? Whatever that it is, you got to remove it so that you can flow more fluently. What is the core of the thing? What is the root of it? What is the meat of it? What is the substance of it? What is absolutely necessary or important? What is essential for you to let go? What is it that you need to do for you to let go of what's clogging the heart of your mind so that you could achieve breakthrough in your life? It's crucial. It's fatal. It's important. It's key. It's required. You must deal with that to unclog your heart. Because when your heart is clogged, like in real life, I hear my heart, it's not working effectively. I'm sorry, I gotta say it's not working effectively. So guess what? It's working at a default. Who wants a defaulted or defected heart when you don't have to have one? Who wants a defected or defaulted heart when you don't have to have one? Because when something is defected, that means you cannot adequately get what you need in order to survive. So then it starts feeding off something else that it's not supposed to, because it's trying to survive. So you put yourself in this relationship that you need to put yourself in, but to you feel like you making it. When actuality, you're not. You shouldn't be surviving. You should be living. And you can't be living with a clogged heart. You cannot be living worried about if I'm gonna die or live. That's not living. Sometimes no relationship is the best relationship. I'm going to give y'all these points and then I'm going to get up out of here. Please let me know in the comments that this is, doing something for you all, is helping you achieve breakthrough. Please let me know that you are understanding the concept in which I am speaking in. Because if you don't understand that I can't coach you, then I'm not helping you. And that is our desire. Our desire is to help you achieve breakthroughs in different areas of your life. And today we're hoping that you are hearing this so that you could achieve breakthroughs in the area of your heart's mind, because we have been stagnated in our physical being, our emotional being, and in our spiritual being way too long. Let me know if you getting it, if you got it, if you're receiving breakthrough right now. That would be so great. Listen to this. Y'all know, right? There are healthy things there are things we got to do to maintain a healthy physical heart, right? They want us to eat healthy. They want us to do aerobics. They want us to do strengthening training sessions, no smoking, cut back on your alcohol, cut back on the salt, cut back on the sugar, maintain a healthy weight balance, keep stress under control. So if we got to do those things to have a healthy heart, to prevent any type of heart murmurs, flutters, paces, anything, what do you think you got to do to maintain a healthy heart for your mind, for your spirit, and for your soul? You gotta eat healthy. How do I eat healthy? That means I have to have better relationships. And better relationships don't necessarily mean, see, we think that good relationships is the people that's doing the same thing we doing. Not because some of the stuff we doing, we probably shouldn't be doing. So a healthy relationship is a relationship that'll come around and notice that we got a clogged heart and our emotions are wounded. And that healthy eating from that relationship will day by day unclog that, because it'll reassure your emotions that you are safe there, that you are healed here. You don't have to protect yourself from me. That's a healthy relationship. That's healthy. It say work out. What's that mean? That means if you know I've been at home and you see me and I'm always at home, or I'm sitting there and I have not, you know I'm a great entrepreneur, and you know that I'm a outgoing person, but you notice I'm just in the house all the time. That could be depression. So now your emotions and your mind is clogged with depression. So the heart of your mind is depressed, and then I come in and I sit with you. No, I'm not going to sit with you. A healthy fitness relationship will say, let's go, let's get out. Let me show you who you are. That's that's the workout. Okay? It said no smoking. So no, that's not who you are. Don't do that. Do this. That's healthy to your heart. Because these relationships that we have connected to us prohibits our heart, the heart of our mind, from pumping the necessary energy, positivity, empowerment, and force that we need in order to make it. And we want to make it today. We want to make it in our lives. And if we cannot make it with a clogged heart mind, because remember, what's in your heart is in your mind. And what's in your mind manifests to your actions. And what's in your actions is what prohibits you from flowing. As I was studying and preparing myself, because I actually studied before I just come out. So I was studying and preparing myself. And, one thing I love about Achieving Breakthroughs organization is that it's an organization of faith. So it's a scripture that I heard while preparing. So I said, I know some believers on here, so I'm going to give them a scripture to help me prove to you how important it is to unclog your heart. Because if you don't unclog your heart, then it oozes over to your children. It oozes over into your marriage. It oozes over into your work. It oozes over into your entrepreneurship. It oozes over into your ability to see yourself. It oozes over into your self-esteem. It oozes over into how you love. It oozes over into your attitude. It oozes over into your conversation. It oozes over into your tone. It oozes over into your mentality. It oozes over into your soul. And then you are walking around just full of regret or vengefulness, and you don't even know that. Proverbs 4:23, I got it in a different version, it says, keep vigilant, watch over your heart. That's where life starts. Life starts in your heart. And if your heart is full of unforgiveness, hate, hurt, anger, and I'm just going to stay in this relationship because I just don't want to be alone, or I'm just going to sit here because I don't have no money to build my business, or I'm just going to stay in this position at work because, it's easier here, I ain't got to be challenged, or I'm just going to stay here because they just accept me and nobody challenges me. No. What comes from the heart reaches the heart. And you need to be challenged because you need to be changed. You need to be challenged because you need to come out. You need to be challenged because there's something better waiting on you that only you can establish and do. But you can't establish if it ain't pumping right. Your heart is your mind, and where your mind is, it's there you'll find your heart. You've been looking for love, but your heart is clogged. So you can't achieve breakthrough because you're looking for something that you haven't even identified has been stocked up in you. So I just want you all to be empowered today to achieve breakthrough in the area of your heart's mind. Remember, the heart has walls. The walls of the heart has 3 layers of tissue, and its function is to cover. Its function is to contract, and its function is to bring movement. You want to be able to protect your heart's mind by covering it, that's protecting it, By contracting it, that means doing away and moving. That means moving forward no matter what. The heart also has chambers. It's 4 chambers: to receive and to release. You want to make sure that your heart's mind has chambers. That's a place where you keep what you need and you release what you don't. And it always has to be equal. If 5 negative things happen to you, you need to release those 5 negative things so 5 more positive things can come into you. The heart also has valves, 2 valves. The purpose of those 2 valves, they control the flow. You have to look and see what is prohibiting you from controlling the flow of what goes into your heart. He just might be the one prohibiting it. She just might be. You might be the one prohibiting it. Hurt, molestation, alcoholism, drug addiction, child abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, loneliness, low self-esteem, feeling like I can't make it, feeling like every time I go forth, I don't really have support. I'm alone. Nobody really believes in me. All of that negative stuff, that's clogging your heart. All of that negative stuff, that's prohibiting you. All of that negative stuff that you've built up, you've allowed the outside to build up a clogged artery in you. You protect you. And that's not by being mean. That's not by being harsh. That's not by not still lending a helping hand. It's not by any of that. It's by protecting your investment. And you are your greatest investment. And if you can't protect you by what's in your heart, by protecting your mind and how you respond, then you can't break through. Then you can't achieve it. So we thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope this has really done something awesome for you all. I really hope that you all have felt like you've achieved breakthrough and that you're going to take this and not just listen to it. We must apply. How do we apply? We apply by assessing ourselves and looking at what is clogging my heart's mind. And when I find out what's clogging the heart of my mind, what do? You become the contractor. You take that bulldozer and you knock it down and you will achieve breakthrough. Peace out. We love you. Achieve Breakthrough. Love you once again. We getting more items in. Beverage container. This Achieving Breakthroughs t-shirt. We have them in white, blue, and black, I think. This is also our coffee mug. I was Achieving Breakthrough out today. I love you all. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please email us at achievingbreakthroughs@gmail.com. We have no problem with asking you. Or you can go to our website and leave a message. We do one-on-one sessions. We do group sessions, coach sessions. We do one-on-one coach sessions. We do... last week we did our thing on leadership, so we do leadership trainings. We do organizational structure trainings. These are empowerment coaching sessions where we give you the tools you need to achieve breakthroughs in your business, breakthroughs in your leadership, breakthroughs in your departments, breakthroughs in your relationships. You might want a group of your girls or a group of your boys. We do it all. Go to our website. Check us out at Achieving Breakthroughs at www.achievingbreakthroughs.com. Peace out. Love you and be good.